This is the countdown to the Oscars, airing on ABC or something else Sunday, tomorrow, maybe, depending when you're listening to this. But for now, we've got a whole new preview of the Oscars here on Cold Cans. Are you ready for this, Joey?
I guess. This is all news to me. I feel like I'm standing right on the red carpet. Oh, there's Timothy Chalamet.
That's right.
There's Cynthia
Erivo.
Whoa. Hey, guys.
You think you'll sing a duet with her?
Well, I'm sure she's heard my rendition from the Bevmo incident. But
yeah, she might have been there live. Yeah.
I don't want to embarrass her.
Okay. Well, nonetheless, we're going to get into the movies today, and we'll be back right after the music. Okay, Joey, today I have for you a little bit of a quiz combined with a little bit of movie magic.
Wow.
So
now this is what we typically do on this podcast is we have a drink and then review the drink.
That's right.
But we're just turning into
just
movie.
A quiz. There will be no drinks. No,
Okay.
There will be drinks. So what I'm going to do, here's what I got for you.
Yes.
In my hands, I hold pieces of paper.
Yes.
And on this paper,
yes,
I have descriptions of 3 different liquors that are owned in some part by an actor who has been either nominated or won an Academy Award.
Gene Hackman?
R.I.P. No, he's not one of them.
R.I.P.
But
to his dog.
what I'm going to do, that's right. The mystery continues on that. We will check back in on that.
Hopefully by the time this airs, we know what happened to
Yes,
Gene and
I
his
hope
wife
so
and his
too.
dog. All right, carry on.
So what I'm going to do is give you clues about each liquor. There's 3 of them. I'm going to give you clues about the actor who's involved with that, and then you're going to try to guess the actor. It's just a little bit of fun. It doesn't really matter. None of it does.
I mean, you're stressing me out. You're pissing me off. All right, so I'm going to get 3 clues, and I'm going to use deductive reasoning to guess the actor affiliated with this
with
alcohol.
The liquor that will be revealed once you guess the actor correctly.
Reynolds.
And then we'll drink it.
All right. Go ahead.
I said Academy Award nominated.
Okay.
Reynolds wishes that aviation gin could be in this. Okay, our first celeb.
All right.
First liquor.
I love
Clue
the red
number
carpet.
1.
I love when the stars come out to play at
Isn't
Oscar
this
season.
fun?
Yeah. And
I love seeing them.
Me too. We haven't been invited yet. I guess we haven't acted in anything. I would think we'll be invited for an Emmy soon.
Yeah.
For like the
Podcast
audio
Emmys.
Podcast Emmys.
Yeah.
Or the iHeart Radio Podcast Awards, which you went to once.
I've been to. It was fun. It was
Cold
weird.
Cans was nominated.
Conan was there. Yeah. Conan was talking about Cold Cans. Or not Conan. I think Will Ferrell was there, oddly.
I think you said Will Ferrell was the host, and you talked to Doug Gottlieb.
Doug Gottlieb now. Dud indeed. He is now the head coach of the University of Wisconsin Green Bay men's basketball team.
Good for Doug. All right, sorry, I derailed us. Give me some clues.
Doug is an egomaniac. He needs to get under control if he's going to teach those young men how to live and how to win.
Well, they hired a radio personality to be their coach.
Well, he was a pretty famous basketball player, college basketball player.
And sometimes for Doug, it's less about teaching them the game and more about teaching them the game of life. The game of basketball, more about teaching them the game of life.
That's beautifully said.
That's his mantra.
Yes.
That he
tells
tells
you how to get a radio deal.
Yeah, he tells you over his 15th Paloma. All right, go ahead.
Okay,
give me some
celeb
clues.
clue number 1.
Okay.
Remember, you're guessing the actor.
And I'm guessing after each clue?
Basically, I spent time writing these clues, so I want to read them all. But if you get the correct guess before we get to the last one, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, number 1. Writer, producer, actor. This multi-hyphenate in Hollywood is just as prolific in the world of spirits and hospitality, being the co-owner of a chain of music venues, part owner of several wineries, and he's involved with the company that has the exclusive rights to distribute Patron tequila in Canada.
It's not Reynolds? That's the first clue? There's 2 more clues?
Yeah.
Multi-hyphenated, you don't mean their name. You just mean they're a
multi-hyphenate is like they're a writer,
producer,
producer,
director.
actor is what that means.
Well, I was starting to think about Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Okay, so exclusive thing in Canada for tequila.
I'll keep going.
Does it all. Got it.
Trading faces? After working together on 3 films, Jamie Lee Curtis called this actor the best, quote, screen kisser she's ever worked with.
I know it.
He, however, would likely give this oral honor to one of his ghostly scene partners in a 1984 classic film.
Okay.
Do you want to? Who was your thought?
Well, interesting when you went into the ghostly scene partners because I was thinking Travolta. Because you said Face Off or something like that.
Trading Faces.
Trading Faces. I see.
This actor was in a movie called Trading Places with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, okay, keep going.
Okay, number 3. Feeling the Blues, brother. In 1982, this actor was slated to present the first ever Oscar for Best Visual Effects alongside one of his long-running co-stars, friend, and musical collaborator. He ended up presenting it alone, however, after his co-star tragically passed away weeks before the event, saying, "My partner would have loved to have been here tonight to present this award, since he was a bit of a visual effect himself."
This is all one actor?
This is all the same person.
I am all over the place on this because now I have to guess fucking Dan Aykroyd.
Ding, 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 ding.
Wow, the best kisser of Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yes, Dan Aykroyd was nominated for Best Supporting Actor in 1990 for his role as Booley Worthen. I don't know if that's how you say it, in Driving Miss Daisy, which won Best Picture that year. He lost to Denzel Washington, who played Private Tripp in Glory that year.
Dan Aykroyd kind of gone off the deep end in the last few years, I believe.
How so?
I think he's like really into like spiritualism, like
yes, he is.
like mysticism, I should say, not just spiritualism.
Well, and his liquor is sort of down that line.
Oh, okay.
He makes Crystal Head vodka.
Crystal Head vodka. Wow, look at this thing.
Launched in 2008, Crystal Head vodka is crafted from locally sourced Canadian corn. It's distilled 4 times. Blah, 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 water from Newfoundland, Canada. The vodka is filtered 7 times, of which 3 are through layers of semi-precious crystals known as Herkimer diamonds.
Wow.
And
precious crystals.
Part on here is so the iconic skull-shaped bottle is produced in Europe, where bits of crystal are melted into the glass to ensure absolute clarity. It's inspired by Dan Aykroyd and John Alexander, his co-founder, who is an American painter. Their shared fascination with the 13 crystal skulls, a legend about life-size skulls that are said to contain information about humanity's future. The legend also states that the skulls will be rediscovered and reunited during a time of crisis.
Wow. Well, I hope I'm rediscovered and reunited during this crisis where I barely got to Aykroyd. I was thinking Travolta.
No, you did a good job. That one is a tough one. I think that one's probably the hardest one.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't think he was nominated for an Oscar either.
He wasn't even on my radar.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, there's 3 different types of skulls you could have gotten. You could have got the Onyx edition or the Aurora edition, which looked like maybe you'd put some soap in the tequila or something like that. It had like iridescent colors.
That's just the bottle, I believe.
Well, yeah.
But the Onyx one is made with agave. It's a vodka made with Blue Weber agave, strangely.
Wait. So this is vodka?
This is vodka.
Okay.
Aurora is made from wheat, while this is made from corn. Silky smooth with a hint of sweetness and vanilla. Let's see.
I can't
what
wait.
Joey thinks. And now,
do you
further add to what this episode is, at the end, we're going to decide, and you can if you want, which of these liquors we would pick for best in category, and then I will make a savory cocktail.
Okay.
Liquor.
So who's ready for Oscar? All right. Cheers.
You can sip it or shoot it. Doesn't matter.
Ooh, that's kind of a fiery.
Got a little hair in my mouth.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
That's kind of a fiery vodka, I would say. I don't find that particularly smooth. I don't know what the crystals, the mystic crystals are doing to me, but
I think
it's firing up my senses a little bit.
Yeah, I do get the heat, but I think it's pretty smooth.
I don't know. Maybe I just don't like vodka all that much, but that was not what I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
You ever see the Twilight Zone movie?
I don't know.
There's a man on the wing. Jonathan Lithgow's in one of the segments.
Okay.
Well, anyway, Dan Aykroyd's in the Twilight Zone movie, and he's driving with Albert Brooks down a highway at the beginning of the movie, and they're making each other kind of scared. They're telling like stories to keep themselves interested. They're on a road trip.
Okay.
And it's getting dark, and like Dan Aykroyd's like, Albert Brooks is like flipping off the lights and driving in the dark.
Okay.
And Aykroyd's like, hey, stop with this shit, and you're like, okay, so they're going to get into some shit here. Mm-hmm. And Aykroyd's the one that's afraid the whole time, and Albert Brooks is the one kind of pushing it and like swerving around and stuff like that. And then the big thing is Albert Brooks is like, you tell a story. And Dan Aykroyd's like, all right, I can think of something. And I've got some pictures of the skull, just so you know.
Well, I'm getting some of you, you sly dog.
And Aykroyd's like, all right, I'll tell a story. And he kind of thinks, and he goes, well, you want to see something really scary?
Uh-oh.
And then Brooks is like, sure. And then Aykroyd like turns away and he turns back and he like pulls his face off to an insane thing. And that's the beginning of the movie.
Oh,
It's
nice.
fucking awesome.
I actually haven't seen it. I love The Twilight Zone, but I have not seen the movie.
Yeah, a little spoiler there, but this is a movie from 1982, I believe. And then the last scene when Jonathan Lithgow is getting on an ambulance after what he goes through in his segment, the ambulance driver is like talking to him, and he's like calming him down or whatever. And he's like, maybe we should tell some stories to take your mind off of that. And then it's Dan Aykroyd, and he says, you want to see something really scary? It's fucking great.
That's great.
You should watch the Twilight Zone movie.
Speaking of Lithgow, he's slated to be Professor Albus Dumbledore in the new Harry
Really?
Potter series.
They
Yeah.
casted Lithgow.
Yes.
Great casting for Dumbledore.
Seems like it. I think Lithgow, he's going to die on screen for sure, but he's seeking in did you see Conclave with him in it?
No.
Okay. So
I did
that's
not.
nominated for Best Picture as well. He's one of the bishops or whatever vying to be pope.
Yeah. What's his
And-
name? Voldemort is in that movie.
Yes, Ray Fiennes.
Ray Fiennes. Wow.
It's really good. The acting's
Titillating.
phenomenal. And they won the Best Picture at the Screen Actors Guild Awards, which
We
is a bit
should-
of an upset.
We should do an award show.
That's what we're doing
Where we-
right now.
Well, where we invite all these actors and then we give out
Oh, yeah,
awards
yeah.
and then get involved with celebrity, you know?
I would like to rub shoulders with celebrity. Can you imagine Timmy Chalamet guesting on the pod?
He'd be a great
Could
Cold
sing a
Cans
song.
guest. He could sing a song. He would do Parable or Terrible with us.
Yes.
He would know about like Brian and all the inside jokes.
He would have, yeah. He wouldn't have listened to anything previous to being asked to be on, but he would learn about it before coming on the show.
Chalamet would probably play you in a Cold Cans movie. Who would play me?
Lithgow.
Oh,
No,
damn.
not Lithgow. Who we got?
I got an idea.
Chris Evans.
Wow, thank you. But I'd like to think I'm funnier than Chris Evans.
No, he's pretty funny. Old Cap.
Who's the guy, the actor who played?
Mac DeMarco.
Oh, no, that would work. Who's the actor who played Elton John in Rocket Man?
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh,
want that guy playing me.
something Horn.
I don't know. I can't think of it. He's also in like a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
Well, now I got to look it up.
Look
or no,
it up.
Taron
Look it
Egerton.
up, Nick.
Right?
Taron Egerton plays me. Tim Sham plays you. And this is the Cold Cans movie.
I like this. I think both
This could
those
work.
actors combined would weigh the same as what I weigh. So that would be kind of a fun
well,
twist.
they both put
They're
on a
the
little bit of weight
Hollywood
for the role.
Okay, I would need that. If I'm going to sign off creatively, I need Tim Sham in the Two Bills territory, okay?
Yeah, maybe not Tim Sham then.
No, it could not be Tim Sham.
Well, you famously kind of look like Hugh Grant, but then we would need Lithgow playing me. We're going to go with
That'd
that
be fun. It's a
generation.
flash forward. It's not a flash back.
A flash forward. This would confuse moviegoers for sure, but a flash forward with Hugh Grant and Jonathan Lithgow playing the Cold Cans boys.
I'm smelling a 5-bagger.
Or maybe Aykroyd could play you.
Okay.
Aykroyd and Lithgow.
Yeah.
Now that's having fun.
I could see myself getting into mysticism later in life. You
Sure.
know, I could become that.
Well, you don't have to embody Dan Aykroyd. It's his job to be the actor and embody you. You don't have to get
life
into
imitates art.
That's true. Well, okay,
As they say. Yeah, what do we think? Thoughts
I
on
thought
this?
this burned a little bit too much for me. I was hoping it would be much smoother, but I didn't think it was offensive by any means.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's not like you're shooting Absolute or, whatever, vanilla Sky vodka or something.
For sure.
It's pretty good. And obviously, not famously, but people don't sip vodka really.
No.
So it has that going against it. I think it'd be fine in a drink. And just keep it in mind for your savory cocktail.
I'll keep it in mind.
Are you ready for the next actor?
Yes, I think so. Last time it did take me to the third clue.
Which is kind of fun. I got
was
to
thinking Travolta.
read all my stuff.
Yeah.
Aykroyd would love the number of lines he has in this part of the movie. Okay, number 1.
Yes.
Though he's never taken home an Academy Award, this actor has been in 3 films that were nominated for Best Picture: Saving Private Ryan in 1998, Little Miss Sunshine in 2006, and Argo in 2012.
Hartnett.
Not Josh Hartnett. Number 2, for this actor, the silver screen takes second place. He was awarded a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame for television on July 16th, 2013.
Okay.
Number 3, comedy and tragedy. Get you a man who can do both. This actor won 4 Emmys for lead actor in a drama series and was nominated 3 times for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a comedy series.
Fuck.
Got one more if...
Yeah, please give me another one.
Okay, this one should kind of give it away. Before he started making crystal clear liquor, he was more well known for making and selling an illicit drug with a blue tint.
It's one of the 2 of them. It's Heisenberg himself, Bryan Cranston.
That's right. That is right. Bryan Cranston was nominated in 2016 for Best Actor for his role as the titular Dalton Trumbo in Trumbo.
Trumbo, I remember that. The little pencil thin mustache in Trumbo.
Do you know who he lost to that year?
Which year?
2016.
2016. This would have been us just starting the studio. This would have been Trump's first presidency. I'm Donald Trump, aren't I? He lost to Ben Affleck in Argo.
Leonardo DiCaprio for The Revenant.
The Revenant, when he fought a bear. I saw that in theaters
Yeah, it was a good movie.
before I was an A-list member. Okay.
We'll talk
so
about the
this
A-list after this one. So this is Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul. They do this together. It's called Dos Hombres Mezcal.
Okay. The Breaking Bad boys.
Breaking Bad boys got into some mezcal
Okay.
creation. Can you open
Exciting.
that?
I will.
I got some more notes to read.
Okay. Go ahead.
So this, let's see what we got here. They got a Maestro Mezcalero, Gregorio Velasco, who's also has ownership in the
Very
brand.
authentic with those names.
Gracias.
Gregorio Velasco.
Gracias. This is a unique blend of the finest Espadin agave, hand-selected from the hillsides of a small village in Oaxaca. Tasting notes, where we can think about these beforehand. Let's see if we can smell these or taste these when we were drinking it.
Pour right into the vodka ones?
Yeah, sure. Apples, mango, local zapote fruits. Do with that what you will. Wood and smooth smoke. Dos Hombres Mezcal.
Okay. Apples, mangoes, wood, and
Zapate.
zapote.
And smoke. Now, famously, I don't think either one of us really like mezcal, right?
I don't seek it, but I don't
Yeah.
flee
good,
from it.
Right. Wow. You're like a Timothy Chalamet with a role, with a tough part.
Ooh.
No, he seeks it, I guess.
Now this is not a tough part of the podcast.
It's really smooth,
This is
actually.
a good part of the podcast.
It's good smoke, and this is just whatever, room temperature, sipping it.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
pretty
bad.
good. Good job, Cranston and Paul.
Bry guy. And Paul
Happy
Leo.
for them.
Okay, so
I like this a lot more than the first one,
Nice.
the Crystal vodka one. But the vodka one also just the problem is it's vodka for me.
yeah.
So it's not that I have to knock it. If somebody loved vodka, they might like that drink. But I like this quite a bit more.
Nice.
And
That's nice that you like it. This is the first time I've had this brand too. And it's good.
Mezcal Artisanal. Wow.
Hoven.
Cranston.
Young.
You've done it again. I'm the one who knocks. I'm Donald Trump.
The one who knocks, famously.
One who
Trumpo.
knocks. He should play Trumpo. Wow. The sequel to Trumbo should be Trumpo. And he's playing Donald Trump.
This is very good. Now, Joey's getting a call from his agent after that one.
Sorry, yeah, my agent's calling me off the hook.
Okay, let's talk A-list. You and I, right before we recorded this, saw
That's right.
Captain America Brave New World in Dolby Cinema
Dolby Cinema.
at the AMC.
And you came up with a name for this segment where we would review a movie. So I think you should
Cold Can.
Cold Can.
CANNES.
Like the film festival.
Yes. Famous
Cold Can.
Famous film festival. We're sort of doing a hilarious riff on that.
Yeah. And
Because this show is called Cold Cans, of course.
yes. Yeah,
Before you finish, this is called Cold Cans.
the show is called Cold Cans. The segment's called Cold Can. All right? Fucking deal with it, people. We saw Captain America Brave New World.
That's right.
And wow, was this a film?
2 hours and 20 minutes of ho-hum action.
A very ho-hum Harrison Ford performance and movie in general. However, the preceding 2 movies that you and I watched together were Flight Risk,
Oh my gosh.
bald Mark Wahlberg doing Flight Risk, and then one of the most boring
Yeah.
couldn't justify its existence less movies I've ever seen, which is Den of Thieves 2 Pantera. We saw that together. And compared to those two things, I said this in the theater, I bumped the chair, Nick.
Oh,
It's okay.
It was a sound. I just wanted to make sure my dog was okay. I let you know.
Yeah, she left the room. Compared to those two movies, Flight Risk and Den of Thieves 2, this is the best movie I've
Best
ever seen in
Picture.
my
Yeah,
life.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
a Best Picture. It deserves the red carpet. Compared to all other movies that have ever existed, it is the mean, it's the median, it's the mode. it's right in the middle. I'm a big mode guy.
Yeah.
When you talk mean, median, and mode.
I'm a la mode guy at the end of the day.
That's right. What did you think about Brave New World?
I think you described it well. To get to Den of Thieves 2 Pantera, so we brought in, what, 2 canned cocktails each to that movie.
We did.
And thank God we did. The first 90 minutes, nothing happens in that entire 90
Yes.
minutes of that. And then even when we get to the sort of climax of action, everything goes right for them on the heist.
Yeah, it's a big elaborate heist where they have to go in through the roof, which is, you typically
Spoilers
go in
ahead,
through the front
sorry.
door, but they have to go in through the roof, and then they go to the safe, they take what's in the safe, and then they leave. That's the heist.
Yes. But then Jerry Butler gets left behind.
Yeah.
And then the most hilarious part of that movie, the security guards from the jewel place are seeking him in the building.
Yeah.
He's in the stairwell, and we're kind of doing alternating shots of the guy chasing up the stairs and then Gerard Butler coming down.
And this is building tension because
Building
now
tension.
we can put 2 and 2 together as viewers and think,
They're
oh,
about to meet.
they're going to meet.
And then
Yeah.
Gerard Butler slams himself flat against the wall, and the security guard just goes right by him up the stairs,
That's
never
right.
sees him.
And he avoids any confrontation, conflict, or anything remotely interesting that happens in that movie.
Insane.
So compared to that film, Brave New World, I thought was
Absolute banger.
5 bags
Yes.
popcorn from me.
Yes. Compared to our recent A-list experiences, for those not familiar, what is AMC A-list?
A-List is a $20 a month subscription where you can go to 3 films a week. And you and I have done it. We went and saw Tim Sham play
That's right. Complete Unknown.
Bob Dylan and Complete Unknown.
Nominated for Best Picture.
I went and saw Nosferatu without you. You've seen a couple without me, you son of a bitch. And we've seen a lot of films on A-List. It's fun. We figured out our popcorn. I smuggle in a popcorn bin.
Yep.
And then
Second bin.
we get one free or one big jug of popcorn. Not free, but we get $1 off being A-listers. And then you smuggle some of that popcorn into a separate bin. And we put about 25 seconds of butter output.
Yeah, give or take. How long, how
jug.
wide the stream is, that determines how long we let it go.
So you're
Never
eating
been less than
1,600
25 cents. Yeah, yeah.
16,000 calories of popcorn over the course
And
of
this morning we did that at 11:30 a.m.
That's
for a
right.
matinee.
at a matinee. But we saw it in the Dolby Theater, which was loud. It was fun. The seats were interesting. Captain America would fly by and you'd go shoo. It'd be right behind
Butt
you.
would rumble, and
It
you'd
was-
hear it behind you.
Pretty good.
That theater can make the most average movie kind of exciting to watch, honestly. It's a good experience. If you live near a place that has a Dolby cinema in an AMC,
Check
go
it out. For that reason, it's 5 bags for me. How about you?
You know, they ask you, have you ever rated a movie in the AMC app after you saw it? They'll like pop it up and be like, what would you give this movie?
Thankfully, I have not. No.
I've done it every time. And this, I think I would give this one 3.
3 bags
stars.
of popcorn.
I
What
gave
did you give?
DOT 1 star.
1 star. And what about Flight Risk?
I think a 1 star.
Flight Risk, when I look back on it, is probably the worst movie I've seen end to end, like from the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie. Awful CGI,
It could
no
be,
plot.
Right. I don't get the
Terrible acting.
insistence on doing the bad CGI elk or moose or whatever it was, and then
Awful
this scene
movie.
where they're walking to the plane and we get a really long shot of it. Clearly CGI
They're-
walking toward a fake plane sitting there.
Which you could just do on an airport runway.
I
It
don't know.
was a terrible movie. Topher Grace can't act. Do not, under any circumstances, see Flight Risk.
We did have a fun moment of realization though, because when we were watching it, we thought Marky Mark was wearing a bald cap
Yeah.
for his character.
Yep.
Later learned that he actually shaved his head into a receding hairline.
Yeah.
But we think the problem, because during the movie it looks like a bald cap,
It looks terrible.
because it's the tone of that part of his head is completely different from his forehead. So the light is shining in the side of the plane on him, and you're like, "What? That looks like amateur, like
Yes.
stage production stuff." But I think the problem was that they put makeup on his head to cover up the stubble where they shaved it, because you can't get it completely gone just by shaving it. So it just looked bad, and the whole movie was kind of lazy.
It has no reason to exist.
No.
Much like Den of Thieves 2 and much like Captain America Brave New Order. However, it's
Brave New
5
World.
bags of popcorn for me. Go out, check it out at the theaters. Harrison Ford, Anthony Mackie.
That's
Could
right.
not name
Liv
another
Tyler
actor.
is
Liv
on
Tyler.
screen for about 45 seconds.
Yeah. Stay for the post-credit scene, folks.
We didn't.
No, we
walked
didn't.
out.
But we Googled it after
Yep.
we left.
Yep.
All right. Get me with another one.
All right, number 3, third and final.
Okay.
Let me get to my next sheet of paper here.
Wow.
All right.
Jesus, you have a lot of paperwork.
I'm a big print guy now.
Yeah.
Okay. Clue number 1.
Okay.
Tastes great, less filling. Before he got into making liquor, this actor had a history with beer. His first gig as a professional actor was in a beer commercial, and he has a brother who named his son Miller Lite. Maybe bad taste is more appropriate.
Okay.
Okay, number 2.
Who named his son Miller Lite? All right, go ahead.
Light spelled Lyte, but that's his
Wow.
middle name.
Okay.
Just keep fasting? This actor lost 47 pounds to play the role that won him the Oscar for Best Actor in 2014. He's one of the many actors who won this award for portraying a real person.
I know who this is. I do.
I bet you do. And number 3, third and final.
Okay.
Need another
okay.
clue, detective? This actor famously sipped on Lone Star, the beer native to his real-life
Those
birthplace of
girls.
Texas, while playing a detective who claimed time is a flat circle.
You're a real fucking son of a bitch, Rust. You ever hear
Not him.
anybody ever
but
tell
Russ.
you that? My guess is it's my co-star from True Detective Season 1, Matthew McConaughey.
That's right.
And from a commercial, I think, in the Super Bowl recently.
Oh, yeah, he's doing the Uber Eats commercials.
They-
Football
they
is a
did
conspiracy.
Salesforce commercial, too, where he's caught in the rain, Matthew McConaughey.
Oh yeah, and Harrelson are in
With
that.
Harrelson.
For some reason, Matthew McConaughey is eating at
Alone.
a bistro outside in the rain.
That's right.
Famously, restaurants will keep their patio open when it's downpouring.
Yeah. McConaughey.
That's right. He won
I'm 3
Best
for 3.
Actor in 2014 for his role as Ron Woodruff in Dallas Buyers Club.
Good film.
He beat out Christian Bale in American Hustle, Bruce Dern in Nebraska, Leonardo DiCaprio in The Wolf of Wall Street, and Chiwetel Ejiofor in 12 Years a Slave.
Wow.
His liquor is Long Branch Bourbon from Wild Turkey.
You did not get that last actor's name right.
Well,
but
what is it? Chiwetel?
I don't know.
Chiwetel?
You're the one that took it on.
Ejiofor.
He's kind of fallen away. He's in some Marvel shit, though, I believe.
That's right. I think you're right. So their little tagline for this is Kentucky Juice, Texas Mesquite. This was created in 2016 by Wild Turkey master distiller Eddie Russell and cultural tastemaker Matthew McConaughey. They were united by a shared curiosity and love of great whiskey. And they wondered what would happen if a Kentucky bourbon took a road trip to Texas.
That's what they wondered together?
That's right. Their creation, a small batch Kentucky straight bourbon, refined with American oak and Texas mesquite charcoals, was named Long Branch, a reference to an extension of a hand or an invitation for friends to become family.
Wow. He's so thoughtful, that McConaughey.
Long Branch, long-winded. You know what I'm saying?
He said, "Ooh, in a weepy and a whoozy." And he said, "What if a
We should pour this in a different cup.
bourbon took a trip down to Texas?" I can't do a McConaughey.
Yeah, you really
But he
can't.
kind of does like
I'm
a,
not going to try.
He always kind of has a
Right.
and I go to whoo.
Right.
Right.
That's the thing about them high school girls.
There you go.
I get older, they stay the same age. Now I'm doing, oh my
I
goodness.
spilt a little bit.
That's okay. Okay, so
Sorry.
now we have Wild Turkey Long Branch Bourbon. Smells good. It smells caramely.
What was Matthew saying about high school girls?
Isn't that in what's
Dazed
the
and
high
Confused?
Dazed and Confused? I think he says that.
Does he? Ooh, that's pretty good. I'm not a huge whiskey guy.
Me neither.
But that's pretty good.
I wanted to give us a variety of liquors to choose from too. There are other ones like Margot Robbie has a gin.
Ooh, that would have been nice.
I would have loved that. I think it's not available in the U.S. though. You have to get it shipped.
Well, you could have.
And I did not plan enough ahead. And Brad Pitt, I think, makes
got a drink.
gin. I think that's who it was.
A gin?
The Gardener, I believe it's called.
This one, again, I don't know a ton about whiskey, so I'm just gonna. It's just what it makes me feel. It makes me feel like what would happen if you took a Kentucky straight and gave it a road trip down to Texas.
Have you spent a lot of time in Kentucky?
I've spent. We drove through it once.
Yeah.
So no, I've spent very little time in Kentucky outside of the confines of my vehicle.
Yeah.
And
Just pass through for me.
Don't
too.
plan to.
Okay.
Do you? Do you plan to spend time in
I'd
Kentucky?
go. I don't know. Lexington. What else is there? Louisville.
The mountains.
They got mountains in Kentucky. Okay, this says the taste, a sweet bouquet up front with subtle notes of nutmeg and toffee. Can't say I'm getting that.
No.
Spice and a hint of oak. I think I do get both of those. Those provide a sturdy middle. Hey, guilty as charged.
Yeah.
Before giving way to a smooth Kentucky straight bourbon finish. Caramel, vanilla, toffee with hints of oak. I think it's pretty good, though. It's really smooth.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to mix this one in anything. The other two I
Right.
would feel comfortable mixing in things. This is, I think, meant to drink the way we're drinking it.
Sip.
I'm not making a whiskey 7 with this.
Right.
We both just went to Cabo San Lucas.
That's right. We
Mexico.
can talk Cabo.
Well,
We got a picture of you in Cabo on the Instagram.
yeah, not a flattering
Doing-
picture.
Well,
But-
no,
but me
that's-
drinking a Bloody Mary.
encapsulates, yeah, hungover, sitting poolside, drinking, and you're drinking savory. I thought it was a beautiful thing.
I told you I've come aboard and it was great that day. But our companion, Curly, friend of the show,
Mm-hmm.
was in Cabo. He was drinking a lot of whiskey 7s. 7-Up and
That's
whiskey.
always been his, drink,
drink.
hasn't it?
I didn't try one, but I was happy he was drinking it.
That's great. He had some mailbag. Maybe that was on the last episode. Maybe we got through it all.
Yeah.
Did he have mailbag for this one?
No, but
He's
our
always complaining about what
friend
we
of
talk
the
about.
show, Riss, reached out.
Okay.
And she left a note that she had listened to the Trying Savory episode, Drinking Savory, and was appalled that I wouldn't drink or don't like olives and doesn't understand
okay.
how I'm drinking any type of savory drink without olives. That's because they're vile, disgusting, rancid salt bombs that
Okay.
nobody needs to be eating.
Okay.
You like olives, though.
I like good olives. I don't like, the black olives that would go on like a supreme pizza. I don't like that type of olive.
No, I don't
But,
like that at all.
like Castelvetrano olives or something.
And you like a dirty martini,
Right.
which I don't need a dirty martini.
Okay.
Give
well,
me
don't
a-
pick the vodka for your best picture here.
What's a martini without like a Gabriel, or it starts with a G? A martini that doesn't have any. Fuck, I can't think of it.
Gibson?
Gibson is what I was trying to think of. Gibson. I like a Gibson.
Which is what? It doesn't have vermouth in it?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know.
So a really
don't know what I'm
dry,
talking about.
really dry martini.
You've known me long enough to know I don't know what the fuck I'm talking
Neither
about.
do
But I got all
That's
three
kinda
on
stumbling
actors.
through. You did great. Wasn't that fun?
I'm ready for the red carpet.
I know. I'm going to try to publish this later today. So in theory, the Oscars will be on tomorrow. I don't know who listens to this on release day,
I think
but
some of these lunatics do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I hope people do. Who's your Oscar
yeah,
front
we got.
runner?
So these are the 10 pictures nominated for Best Picture. The Substance.
We haven't seen all of these
No,
as A-listers.
tell me. I know. I have seen 4 of them or 5 of them. I think.
Okay.
The Substance, Dune Part 2, Wicked. Wouldn't it be so fun if Dune Part 2 won? Like it
won't
never
happen,
will.
but-
It never will, of course.
Yeah.
But it's such an impressive feat of filmmaking. Like it's such a
beautiful.
incredible world they created.
Yes.
Come on. Okay, Wicked, Anora, The Brutalist, Amelia Perez, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Nickel Boys, and I'm Still Here.
Rolling Stone. Sorry, what was the last one after complete?
I'm
Unknown?
Still Here, which is a like
think I've seen, like,
Argentinian
4 of
film or
them.
something. Okay.
Wicked, Dune, Complete Unknown. I thought there was another one you said in there that I can't think of. Maybe I only say 3 of them.
I've seen 5. I've seen A Complete Unknown, Conclave, The Substance, Dune Part 2, and Wicked.
What was your favorite of the 5 you've seen?
My favorite? I mean, Dune Part 2 is my favorite movie. If I had to pick one of the 5 I've seen for Best Picture,
Yeah,
I
want
think,
both. So Dune Part 2 was my favorite of the 3 I've
but
seen.
it's not going to win. I mean, I think Conclave is like the best acting out of all of these.
Okay.
So if that's what they're going off of, and I mean, the cinematography was impressive too. They built tension with very little going on.
Sure.
So
Religion has a way of doing that. You
yeah, exactly.
put,
and
like,
they use
religious
that.
entities.
Yeah, they use the like cinematography wise, they use the setting very well to
Yeah.
like create tension.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that would be my pick
As
out of
well
the
as-
ones I've seen.
As well as Den of Thieves 2, Pantera. That setting in the
I'd
stairwell
rather,
where
I
he-
would rather watch 2.5 hours of the Department of Transportation doing stuff than I will watch Den of Thieves 2 again. Let's just say that.
Nicholas.
Come on.
And now, folks out there, when you're completely confused or nonplussed about what Nick just said, DOT is the acronym for both of those entities. So just so you know, not everybody's an A-lister. And
Well,
acronyms.
in this sort of highbrow humor, it can get past some. Let's just say
just
that.
put it that way. The type of humor we put out there, let's just say it gets past some.
If you
The
picked
Department of Transportation, Den of Thieves type humor. Go ahead. If I picked what?
yeah, if you picked one that you'd seen as your best
Well, I've
picture,
only seen 3 of them.
I've only seen 3.
So
Okay,
the best would probably be Wicked,
okay,
but obviously not going to win.
right.
I just don't think A Complete Unknown, while I love that movie and it was good, it's not that complex of a movie.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a karaoke of Bob Dylan.
Yeah,
And
it's
Timothée
Tim Sham
Chalamet's
doing
great.
it. I mean, it's amazing.
He's incredible. He should be strongly considered for Best Actor, but
He won Best Actor at the Screen Actors Guild
he
Awards.
might win it here. But the movie, not the best. And then the other 2 I've seen are Dune 2 and Wicked. And as we kind of said, like, those aren't going to win.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought Wicked is a hell of an achievement in movie making. It's incredible. Just like Dune 2. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
They're actually the same kind of movie if you think about it.
Tell me more.
The Sardaukar are doing that. Sardaukar?
I always said Sardaukar, but I
That's
don't know.
what you've always said. Whereas in Wicked, it's, but they're doing it.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Dancing Through Life, and then they're
Dancing
spicing.
Through Spice.
Dancing Through Spice. Thank you. Very good.
Very good by us.
We did it.
What's your prediction for who will win? Not
Um,
just of that you've seen, but of the whole pool.
yeah, well, I think the favorites are Conclave and Anora
Yeah.
and The Brutalist. I think those are the favorites.
I got a prediction.
I'll go with Conclave because it's the only one of those 3 I've seen. What do you think?
I think Honora wins. It just seems like an Oscar
Okay.
like thing. And then everyone's like, fuck, gotta go watch Honora now. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, they want to give some press to a lesser known.
Yes, yes.
That'd be fun. I
Yes,
want to
1,000
see
times,
it.
Yes.
We'll check it out. Okay, but now, more importantly than Best Picture, you have to pick. We both can, but it's mainly for you. Which of these 3 would
Best
you like
liquor.
a savory cocktail in the best liquor category?
And the best liquor goes to. It's pretty clear to me. Yes. I open the envelope. Yes. Dos Hombres, the Breaking Bad guys.
Yes. Woo! La La Land.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, when we come back after the break, there's going to be a savory cocktail in your hand.
You secured ads for us this
We
week.
have had-
Thank you, Nick.
and we'll be back after this. All right, we're back.
Wow.
Setting in front of you.
Oh,
Savory
my.
cocktail made with Dos Hombres mezcal. We have a Bloody Maria on our hands.
Bloody Maria.
Well, they call it a Smoky Maria, but yeah, so Bloody Mary with mezcal.
With mezcal. Thank you.
This was on their own
Nicholas.
website.
Cheers.
This is on the Dos Hombres website.
Wow. Okay.
Not bad.
Oh, yeah. That's
Got a little celery
really
stick
savory.
in there. It is very savory.
Because of the smokiness of the mezcal. Damn. Damn.
Daniel.
Damn
Daniel
Daniel.
Day-Lewis.
Yes. Oscar winner for
Multiple times, right?
My Left Foot. There will be blood. And the other one.
The
Phantom
Thread one. Phantom Thread. Phantom Menace.
And for Phantom Menace. He won for that, too. He was Darth Vader in Phantom Menace.
Oh, no. Well, we did it. We got through the Oscar preview.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to tune in from the beginning of the red carpet? Be honest with me. You're going to watch the celebs kind of saunter out.
I love when the stars come out to play. It's Hollywood's biggest night.
Mm-hmm.
And I love going down to Mann's Chinese Theater when I'm in LA and just spending time, good quality time down there.
Sure.
I'll get a picture next to Spider-Man or Captain America and such.
Sure.
Iron Man. Not the new Captain America. The old Captain America.
Careful.
No, I like the new Captain. No, I don't like the new film. Anthony Mackie's good, though.
Yeah.
I like that he's got wings and he flies around.
The wings are cool.
Especially when you're sitting Dolby Theater.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll check out every single second of red carpet coverage I'll be watching intently. You?
Good. Oh, I love the Oscars. It's the biggest night in Hollywood.
It's when the stars come out to play.
Yeah. How could you not look and aspire to more?
I wish I was like all of them instead of who I am.
Yeah. Every day I wake up thinking that, and then this one day I get a little extra dose of it.
Yeah.
What could be? Could I dress in celebrity fashion styles? Probably not.
Well, you could. And we'll have to be on the red carpet when Timothy Chalamet and Taron Egerton play us and both get Oscar noms, both for lead actor.
Yes. They share the award.
And they share the award. They cut the Oscar in half,
Yep.
hamburger style.
Yep.
So somebody gets the base, the legs up to the belly button, and then someone else gets the belly button to the head. And that's how the Cold Cans podcast will go. What would the movie be called? Could just be called Cold Cans, of course.
Called Cold Cans. And then, we could all the sequels and stuff could have different fun names. Straight to the Dairy Mill.
That's right.
There She Pours.
And those are
imbibing savory.
Yeah. It's illegal to listen to Bud Light Lime, which it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I think there's some legs to that.
I think we continue your conversation with your agent and just see where it goes. I'd see where the art takes us.
Okay. I'll have my agent talk to your agent, and we'll see if we can't secure Chalamet.
Cool.
And maybe for next episode, Chalamet could be on as a preparation for his role.
That'd be fun.
What do you think he would drink?
What is he? He seems like a tequila guy.
Yeah. He'd love this. God, Chalamet'd love this drink.
Timmy would be drinking these. Let's just say that.
Tim, if you're listening, we know this one goes out to you, buddy.
That's right.
I like this a lot. I'm a new savory drinker, and if you're gonna make a Bloody Maria, and replace the vodka with mezcal, specifically the smokiness works great.
It is pretty nice. It's not the best Bloody Mary mix in the world, but I think the smokiness does complement it pretty well. So
what if I snap?
We
right
did
into
it.
That
Snap into the cell. Yes. Cell.
A+.
Nice.
Good episode.
Well,
Nick.
this was
Thank
fun
you for the quiz.
Of course, you did a great job. A+, 5 bags. Any preview for next month? What do you got percolating up there?
Next month, we will be drinking, finally, powdered alcohol.
Yes.
No, the surprise will linger until April. Fuck, gotta go watch Nora now.